Hello everyone, welcome to Liberal Tarot. I'm Sherry. I'm a blue dot in a red state utilizing Tarot to help us navigate these very interesting times we have going on here in the United States. So I really do appreciate you being here and welcome. If this is your first time checking out this channel, I really do appreciate you stopping by. So what I do is I take, whatever topic we have, going on in the United States. There's no shortage of news. Actually, the difficult thing is to choose what am I going to do a reading on, because there's so much. And what I do is, I ask usually a base reading and ask the question. And what I'm doing is I'm just looking at the energy like around the situation and what is the likely path that we're going to be going down. And I find that Tarot gives us a pretty good idea. We're going to get, like a blurry picture. Some things are going to be really in focus, and some things are going to be just out of focus a little bit. And some things are, especially the further you go, it's like, I think this is what it is. And as we kind of go down that road, and we start getting a sharper picture of that. And that's why a lot of times I do, you'll see readers do updates, just to kind of check back in, what path are we on? Because we could choose something different at any point. And, I do these readings, and so many times I get, at any point we could have a different choice. At any point, especially those moderate Republicans could wake up and we could have a different choice. So the question is, how far down this road are we going to go before we get change? So that's just a little intro into kind of like how I read and kind of what I'm doing here on this channel. So today's focus is going to be about the border czar, Tom Homan. He made some just pretty horrendous remarks. Probably by the time this video comes out, it'll be like last week or maybe even the week before. But within the past week or so, he was talking about how he has suggested that he's going to start arresting Democratic mayors and governors of blue states and sanctuary cities. So mayors of sanctuary cities and blue state governors. They've already arrested a judge, so why not? And so, and he said, wait until they see what's coming. So there's so much on the deportations that, I've done and I've asked, and that, this could go a million different directions. But I want to start with the base reading of, is he actually going to try to arrest a sanctuary city mayor or a blue state governor? Okay. Now, as I said, he's the border czar, so this would be in as it relates to immigration. I know that, there's the Maine has sued, Maine and Trump, and Maine won that lawsuit. Has to do with Title IX and transgender athletes. So I'm not looking at that, because would I be surprised if Trump didn't try to arrest her for something? Sure, why not? But specifically, I want to look at these comments and the sanctuary cities and blue states. Okay, so that's going to be the focus of this reading, or this base reading. I just kind of want to look at that. Okay, as always, this is for entertainment purposes only. I want to look at these recent comments that Tom Homan said, suggesting that he's going to start arresting Democratic mayors and governors. Okay, just base reading. What is that looking like? Is that something that we're going to be witnessing on TV? Because, they'll do it for a photo op. Anyway. So, are they going to start doing that? Okay, hopefully I did say for entertainment purposes only. If not, I said it. If I did, I said it again. Okay, so here we are. First card up, Tower card. This is telling me that this news has not gone unnoticed. The sanctuary cities and blue state governors are actually talking. This is like, they're expecting this. This is like heart and center. The very center of this is the shit hits the fan. And that's exactly what's going to happen if they try this nonsense. Okay. The challenges are, they're going to do it. I don't even, those two cards together. And maybe that is what the final thing, maybe that's what it takes for those moderate Republicans to finally say enough. Okay. Because this is going to be one of those things. Like, I'm getting the feeling of watching January 6th. We all saw it on TV. It's that kind of feeling of just because of the tower. I mean, it's just this card. Okay. A lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, just a lot of, it's going to be exactly what this card looks like. That's what it is. Okay. That's the feeling, imagine you're one of these people it's yeah. So, yes, let's keep going. What are our options? This is a card of they really want to win at all costs. They think that this is showing them being tough, that this is them winning, that, but it's like, what do you actually win? These people are just walking away. Like, okay, whatever. But not that people are just going to be walking away from this and saying whatever. This is what's standing out to me the most. Of you want to win at all costs to the detriment of actually winning. That's the feeling I'm getting from this. Like, they will double down even when they should just walk away. There it is. That's the feeling I'm getting. Okay. They are doubling down when they should just walk away. Okay. The past experience this is something they've talked about. This is something they've fantasized about. The high priestess the truth is out there. It's just beneath the surface. And so whenever we hear them make these comments of, we're just going to arrest mayors, we're starting to see that truth. That truth starts breaking through. Whenever they arrested the judge, we saw exactly who they are. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. Okay, that's what this is. We're starting to see, it's not so much the cracks, but more like the glimpses of just their horrendousness, of just what they're capable of. The recent influence this is, the Queen of Pentacles is, like the nurturers. This is like trying, they're actually taking care of our country. They're doing this on the premise of, if you notice everything they do, it's like for the security of our country. And they're trying to normalize every step along the way. So they think that this is, we're going to normalize arresting judges. We're going to normalize illegally sending U.S. citizens to other countries. We're going to normalize arresting mayors. Okay, that's what this card is. That I'm feeling that recent influence is just this steady, road that, they're trying to normalize all of this absolutely horrendous stuff. Now, remember, the heart of this is the Tower card. It's going to blow up in their face in a big way. And the potential is just the absolute betrayal to our country, betrayal to our laws, betrayal to the spirit of our country. I mean, there's just betrayal everywhere. And that betrayal with the Tower card and this Ace of Swords So I think that they are going to try to do this. I don't think it's going to have the effect that they want at all. So let's just see. What will the outcome of this be? Where will this go from there? I mean, the Tower card is pretty self-explanatory. I really do think that this blows up in their face. But I'm wondering, is this going to be that event, that thing that is finally like this is a bridge too far? Okay. Is this going to be it? So what's going to be the outcome of them doing this? And the outcome, people, I think even you've got like MAGA even walking away from just the anxiety, the stress. The cups are going to be emotions. So any of that emotional stuff and it's like this horrendousness, like it's just awful. It's all just awful and walking away. Okay. That's the here and now. The challenge is wanting to return to happier times, wanting to return to saner times. Okay. Our options are, how do we fix this? I keep getting moderate Republicans coming together with the Democrats. How do we fix this? And moving forward, okay? This is what goes around comes around. And if you're looking at this, I've been getting this as, karma's a bitch card a lot. Mad King Don is our, and he's the one who's driving all this. They probably, he was like, well, let's just arrest him. And they're like, okay, we'll just do that. Once again, any thought that crosses his mind, man, that he is just out there waving that crazy flag for all to see. And him being blocked. So it comes to an end. So yeah, this is not going to have the outcome that they're wanting. Is this going to be what is this going to be what finally gets him out of office? Is this what's finally going to be it? With the cards I'm getting here, it's part of it, is kind of what I'm feeling. And it's that Tower card is why. Let's see, is this going to be it? People rejoice because it's all like the truth has finally come out. And, the upheaval, the, fives, this is the bickering, the fighting, but it's like how I'm getting the feeling like it's almost this bickering and fighting of how are we going to go forward from here? And it's not real major. I'm not getting real major cards on feelings from that. So yeah, as far as, they're going to try, let me pull this up here real quick. I don't know that this is going to be the thing that is what's removing him out of office. I think that this is probably going to go alongside with. It's kind of like you get, I just see so many things, and that you finally, as things ramp up, it's more and more. So it's almost like this feeling of, an example of, if there is any of that election interference, if that were to come out in addition to this, in addition to deporting, like adult American citizens, it's like those really big things. All of that is what's going to be that final kind of explosive thing. And then you add to that the empty shelves that we're getting ready to see, and, it's just there's only so much that the American people can take. There's only so much this country can take. And there is going to be that breaking point. I really think it's going to be within the next 100 days. I've got that reading that I'm not sure what order I'm going to be posting stuff in, but there is the next 100 days. And I think that's where we're going to start really seeing, this all is going to be ramping up. And we're going to start seeing those breaking points at the federal level of what is going to be tolerated from this administration. So yeah, I will keep doing these readings as we continue forward with this. So yeah, thank you for joining me. I really do appreciate it. I will have, subscribe and check out some other videos. And especially if this is your first time checking in with one of my videos, readings, check out another reading. I do appreciate it. So yeah, I will catch you on the next reading. Have a great day.